Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Mike Vonbeardingham here. Get off your phone. So, my special guest this evening is a lovely chap by the name of Paul GAGE, and he is the creator, founder, instigator, and resident DJ of Rock Family. How are you, dear boy?
Yeah, I'm all good. How you doing?
I am not bad, sweating like an absolute bastard.
Yep, I lost my drink. Oh, there it is. Hang on. Ah, drink.
What are you drinking? You're a tango, man.
Well, it's sugar-free, strawberry and watermelon.
Oh,
More probably. And I've also got a bottle of water just to back up.
good man. Excellent.
Yep.
So good heat, hydration. No, I'm dehydrated. Definitely.
You definitely need it for this weather. Hi, Stephen. I can see you. Hi, Mum. Hi, Cat.
Right. So I presume a lot of these people are from the Rock family.
Pretty much, yeah. I can only see a couple of them on so far. Coming up from the chat, but you probably can tell who's on there more than I can.
A little bit. Your chat will catch up with everyone in a moment. So
Cool beans.
let's get started. Apologies, everyone, if the stream is a little bit juddery. I think all the heat and weather and everything is causing some issues. So please bear with us. Let us know how the stream is going. If there are any problems, we will try and sort them. So, first thing, Rock Family t-shirt, all that going on. What is Rock Family and how did it come about?
Right, it came about because of lockdown. Basically, I'm a massive fan of live music, as everyone else in the group chat is right now. And when obviously rock finished, when we couldn't go and see bands anymore, it pissed me off, if I could say pissed me off.
You can say whatever you like, dear boy.
Awesome. Yeah, it completely annoyed the hell out of me, and I was just in despair basically because I was going to miss all my friends because I live on my own. I'm single, apart from my cat who comes and visits me occasionally, who you might see later on possibly.
Aww.
But yeah, I was on my own. I didn't know what to do, so I was sitting in the yard one day on my laptop thinking, well, how the heck am I going to keep everyone in contact? So I thought, well, I'm going to make a group on Facebook and call it Rock Family. So I invited all my friends onto it. They all joined. What I thought I'd also do to get more people joining was to make a lot of people admin on there as well. So we've got a lot of admin members, and the one thing I banned from it completely was no COVID talk and no politics and no religion. So it's just
Good man.
music, just happiness. I just want people to be happy in the day because there's too much crap in the world basically, and it kind of took off and it's gone a bit crazy. Then I started streaming. One night I was bored. I thought I'd just DJ. I had my coffee table in the front of a TV, have a TV playing the Matrix theme behind it, so you could see like a bit of vision.
Smooth.
Started doing a bit of dance music, 'cause that's what I used to DJ as a hobby anyway.
Okay.
And then people want to hear rock, so I started doing rock. Started doing on Facebook Live. Facebook Live kicked me off every half hour, and I was doing my head in. Then everyone grouped together and got me a webcam. They kind of came together, and absolutely amazing Rock Family. Even bought me a set of decks, which was no one out. They're in second hand, but still, that's amazing. Thought they did for me. But the laptop I was using wasn't powerful enough to run the webcam, so I was still having to use Facebook. Then I decided to try YouTube. That didn't work either. Then obviously I got my PC, which was custom built for me by my good friend Richard Heyman.
Cheers, Richard.
Yeah. Still owe him 75 quid, unfortunately, but still, yeah, I'll get that money to him. But it's custom built for streaming, and I now stream on Twitch. Our channel on Twitch is Rock Family 2020. If you want to look us up, got 81 people in there so far watching. Not all the same time, unfortunately, but still,
That's good for Twitch, though. That's good for a start.
Yeah, there's a lot of viewers, a lot of followers and stuff. And the fact that obviously I can now stream on Twitch and there's no interruptions, no breaks. I just go on all night. I mean, I used to stream a Wednesday night and a Saturday night, and I literally everything sets up every night. It takes me about an hour to set everything up, but an hour to get it all tuned in properly.
Yeah.
And then I was streaming from 7:30. No, so it was 8 o'clock on. Sorry, I think it was 8:30 on a Wednesday, and Saturday was 7:30. But I mean, obviously, I do go back about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, pack up, fall asleep on the sofa, get up, go to bed. Um, but it's,
Living the dream.
oh yeah. Um, but obviously, when I had to go back to work, 9th of July, so I ended up just sort of doing on Saturday nights, and then pubs opened, and all my friends were down the pub, and I thought, well, what can I do? So they suggested me doing Sundays. So I now stream most Sundays 2 to 8 p.m, which is a lot more convenient.
That's a
And
long time to stream, isn't it?
in this bloody heat, I tell you, yeah. I had last weekend I was DJing, I had ice packs down my trousers. It was that hot, because I've got the heat of the equipment, I've got the heat outside. It was absolutely nuts, but yeah, I love it.
I understand it. I'm in the studio. I've got the doors open. All the air is doing is just circulating warm, stinky air around the place. It's not actually doing any good.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely diabolical.
I mean, it's global warming apparently, so what can you do?
Yeah, it's all right for warmer winters, but not for really, really hot summers.
No, not today. Especially when you're in office with no aircon. That's even worse at the moment.
Yeah, screw that.
Yeah, 100%.
So, regarding, because something I would like to talk to you about as a music fan like yourself, and obviously going through lockdown and we've been spammed already. Want to become famous? Buy followers, primes, and views. No, thank you. F off, if you'd be so kind.
I'm on Twitch as well.
Oh, it's all your fault, is it? Right, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd like to talk about what music means to people and all the sort of different levels that it means to people. Because as you say, with lockdown, you're unable to go out, you're unable to socialise. For a lot of people, live music is not just sort of a hobby, but it's also a big part of their life, isn't it? So, yeah. So for you, where did your love of music start, and how did it sort of end up being such a big part of your life for you?
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, I was always into sort of more dance music and everything like that. But I would go and see the occasional bands with my friend. But I was never happy to go on my own because of my weight. I was overweight. I used to be 22 stone.
Wow.
Yeah. Then I ended up going to Slimming World and meet Mikey, who's in the chat right now, I believe. I got invited to Brickfest with him in Norwich at Brickmakers.
Oh, yeah, I played there. Great place, that is.
No, I now do a radio show from on a Friday as well.
Awesome.
So I went to Brickfest with him, and then started going out in Ipswich with all the rock family. I guess a cool rock family. I kind of got to know them a bit better. That was probably about 3 years ago. And then I used to go to a pub called Black Horse in Ipswich.
Yes, my home from home back in the day.
It's the only pub I've ever felt a part of, and you feel safe when you go there. There's nobody going to cause trouble. Everyone knows you. It's like Cheers. Everyone knows your name.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
And I got sort of friendly with everyone there. I'd go down on my own. I'd be quite happy to go out on my own. Whereas before I wouldn't have done that because I hadn't got the confidence to do it. I'd never have the confidence to do this before. All this, what I'm doing here now, just wouldn't have it. But losing weight helped a lot. And then obviously meeting Mikey, meeting everybody, and seeing the amount of live bands I've seen. I mean, there's such a level of talent in Ipswich, it's unreal. I mean, I've seen you do what you do. You're incredible as well. I know you're not Ipswich, but you're in Colchester, is that right?
No, I'm actually in Braintree, but I happened to, through a chance meeting, sort of became involved in an Ipswich band, and then from then on I met all of the Ipswich crew, all of the Black Horse crew, and just because of that, a lot of them became some of my closest friends. Yeah,
it's an amazing level of talent. I mean, one of my favourite bands. I love Beautiful Dangerous. I saw them on your show.
Misha's absolutely fantastic. She's a great girl.
She is. Such a nice person as well.
Yeah.
Untamed, they're another great band. Love them as well. Stuart Jones is their bass guitarist. He's one of my friends now on Facebook. It's just amazing what's been going on. But yeah, music makes the world go round. And without music, I think it'd be a really, really shit world, basically.
It'd be certainly less colourful. Nothing to accompany it.
you don't need to speak any language. I mean, I've got a guy who tuned in on Twitch on Sunday. He's from France, Cedric. He was listening to us and he was interacting with us, and it was just no boundaries. I welcome anybody to the Rock family. Anyone can join, whoever you are, wherever you are. It's just amazing that we can do this. To be honest with you, and yeah, I mean, live music is 100% important, and it needs to come back. That's why I can't wait Brickfest.
Yeah, I didn't realise, because obviously being a gigging musician, I mean, luckily I have a daytime job as well, so it didn't hit me as hard as a lot of other people. But
No.
even in the sense of people being hit just on the social, like on the financial side of things,
Yeah.
the amount of people who because of when I do my streams and things like that, people have been really, really kind, and they've said that having just something to look forward to, like say probably just like your stream or my stream or just anything where there's a bit of interaction and you get to listen to some music of some description, that to them it's not the greatest substitute in the world for actually seeing live, but it's something at least.
No, that's it, 100%. I mean, we've got members. I can say one member, she had COVID, and she messaged me privately saying how when she had it, all she had was the stream because she was on her own in a bedroom, isolated. So she had our stream to look forward every 2 days, and it kept her going. I mean, that brings tears to my eyes. It really does.
Well, you can't get any more sort of praise and feel sort of more humble than that, can you? You actually make a difference to someone.
That's like last Saturday when we finally got to the pub and saw everybody. The amount of drinks I got bought, it's unreal. I was absolutely.
You're on a winner, mate. Well done. Good work.
But everyone's saying how I kept them together, and it was overwhelming. To be fair, I never expected any of this. I never thought I'd be doing a DJ show every Sunday. I never thought I'd be twitching. That's something I mean. But I never thought I'd be doing it. I never thought I'd be on Facebook. I've met so many cool people. I've got a friend who's a DJ who's helped me out doing a few mixes for us and stuff. It's just been amazing. So
what's your plan regarding if things do get back to normal? That's going to be the question. What are you going to plan to do with the stream? Are you going to plan to keep it Sundays? Are you going to go for sort of try and interspace it throughout the week? What's your plan?
That's a difficult thing to say. I mean, at the moment, Sundays I'm happy with, but obviously sometimes Sundays there'll be bands on you want to go and see. So, and obviously I can't do it this Sunday because I'm going to be elsewhere streaming hopefully a live band on the Saturday.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, at the end of the day, I want to keep doing it, but maybe make it like a once a month thing. Make it so it's special. Maybe once every 2 weeks or something like that, fortnightly.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got to keep people engaged. You need to be able to keep doing something, otherwise people forget about you and go elsewhere. I think that's the most important thing, because I'm not just now doing it for the people from Rock Fam. I'm also doing it for people on Twitch.
Yeah.
Because I've kind of met people from other Twitch streams on there. One, for example, is called Virtual Goth Night, which is absolutely brilliant. A nice community.
You have to tell me about this because you told me a little bit about it and it tweaked my nipple of intrigue, shall we say.
I don't even know how I found it. I was literally just watching stream one day. I think somebody must have watched it and who I knew. And I started watching them, and they were doing every Tuesday and Friday like I'm doing. Now I think he does every other Tuesday. He does themes on a Tuesday, usually, or an 80s or 90s night. And then on Friday, it's just full-on goth music. So what I tend to do my stream, my radio show, come off that, and then watch the rest of Goth Night and then fall asleep because it finishes quite late at night. On Tuesday, they did a movie night, which was quite interesting. Some of the movies I had no idea what they were talking about, but it was really, really good. But it's called Virtual Goth Night on Twitch. They're absolutely fantastic community.
So how does it work? Is it just literally they're just playing goth music and sort of doing a show similar to you, or
he's a bit more advanced than me, but yeah, he's DJing. He's mixing videos into it. He's got obviously chatter talking and stuff all the time. He probably gets about 100 viewers, I reckon.
That's pretty good.
I mean, I'm averaging probably about 20 or 30 at the moment.
That's still good. Twitch is something for me, Facebook and YouTube seems to be where I do my best work. But Twitch, I really struggle with.
I mean, I think Facebook and YouTube's got the better chat system, to be fair.
Yeah.
Then Twitch has got a lot more things you can do with it. In fact, that you can sort of stream, no interruptions, is important for me. Although they mute your music and stuff the next day, because it's copyrighted music I'm playing at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you play like a Guns N' Roses song on Facebook, you get about 5 minutes into it and it's gone.
Yeah.
And obviously the rock family, they want to hear the big tunes.
Yeah.
Because that's what in pubs, wherever I go to, Iron Maiden's a massive part of rock family. My song I play for them is Run for the Hills. That's our anthem.
Great tune. Classic tune.
Absolutely. So what I tend to do now, though, because I was doing Wednesday night was going to be like normal night, like normal rock night, and I do requests. So I put a thing on Rock Family, asking people what they want to hear. Then I play all their requests for them. Then play bits I want to play into it as well. Then Saturday was our theme night. So we've had 80s nights, we've had Anything Goes nights, Guilty Pleasures nights, we've had movie nights, 80s and 90s. Because it keeps it interesting for me as well, because I'm not playing all the same songs all the time.
Okay, here's a question for you then.
Yeah.
Regarding guilty pleasures, what is your most guilty of guilty pleasures? Do you have one that you wouldn't even dare play on a guilty pleasures night?
Probably not. No, I play anything on a guilty pleasure night. I mean, I played Fraggle Rock last Sunday.
There is nothing wrong with Fraggle Rock. Absolutely nothing wrong.
I reckon to like Grievous and Heart.
Yeah.
I love the song. It's got a good beat to it.
It's a great tune.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the other thing about it, because I've got my dance style. I can actually do proper mixing with it as well, which is good fun as well. I'm not that good at it, but you know, it's fun. It keeps me going.
Just press the auto change thing and then just make it look like you're doing shit.
Yeah, well, you the sync button that helps.
Yeah, exactly. Just do it all off camera and you can just pretend you've got all loads of buttons and stuff. I can do it. Look, say for example, just yeah. See, anyone will believe it.
Yeah, exactly. Just I mean, I could just plug the decks in and just sort of play. I even tried a bit of scratching on Sunday. I didn't go very well at all, unfortunately, but still, you know.
I wouldn't even know where to start. I've seen some of these DJs who can sort of scratch and then basically do a headstand on their decks and spin around at the same time. You ever seen this?
No.
Yeah.
No.
The quality of the decks they have built are so good and so strong that they can actually do sort of acrobatics on their decks.
Probably a Technics 1200, surely, because they're really strong.
That's your next. That's your next step, mate.
No, that's fine. I can't mix vinyl. I haven't got any room for it. I mean, my vinyl collection's over in the corner. But I couldn't do decks. I mean, I live in a one-bedroom flat. It's bad enough what I have got set up in here. I have a paste table with coffee tables set up on top of it. Then I've got my PC sitting on top of the table. I've got a thing for my deck to sit in the middle of, and I have 2 lasers. I've got strobes and a smoke machine. So yeah,
Mr. James Jansen, he knows about DJ decks. They're direct drives apparently. So
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard them. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, bugger
Yeah.
that.
No, way. I'm not going to acrobatics. I can barely walk, let alone. Especially after DJ night when I was doing it. I was drinking every night when I was doing it.
Oh dear.
That's hence the bottles outside.
Was that all from last week?
No. So that's over lockdown. A lot of it's gone, thank God. But yeah. I mean, if anything, because I had stopped drinking before lockdown, but when lockdown came, I thought, oh fuck it, I might as well drink, and I got to see. Well, you know, it's all gone.
I think, to be honest, you and probably 80% of the population has followed suit, so I wouldn't worry about it.
What do you do? You're depressed. You either eat or you drink, or do both. And I was doing both, so I freely admit it.
Or just chronically scour the internet for porn. That's what some people either eat, drink, or porn. That's pretty much the holy trinity of lockdown.
Or Netflix.
On Netflix. Yeah, you can creep some Netflix in there. So, obviously with your sort of local band stuff that you like to go and see, what about sort of who are your main big bands? Who's sort of your big inspirations?
Oh, I love Iron Maiden. I like Metallica. Guns N' Roses. I loved Queen. I used to have loads of Queen stuff when I was a kid. I even had a jumper. My mum will tell you this. I had a jumper from the I can't remember what tour it was, 1987 tour. I didn't. It wasn't mine. I got it off a car boot sale. It was like a child's jumper, but it was actually a tour jumper.
I'd still try and wear it, even if it was a kid's jumper, just because it's Queen.
Memorabilia. I kept it. I've got Queen on vinyl. So yeah, I'd say probably Queen's probably my biggest inspiration. So I know you do Queen as well, don't you? Is it a Queen tribute band you were in?
Yeah, we sort of. I don't like to call it a tribute band because we don't look anything like any of the members. So I'm like the illest looking Freddie Mercury you've ever seen. Matt sort of is like if you took Brian May and just squashed him down, you'd get Matt.
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't look any. It's more of a kind of playing the Queen songs as close as we can without looking like a parody. That's sort of the idea. But I absolutely love Queen. Queen are a fantastic band.
They are. They're just every song they can think of. They've done every type of genre of song. Even done a bit of dance, disco. They did.
Space. The Hot Space album. Yeah, they did loads of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I love all the stuff they've done. My favourite album is probably going to have to be Kind of Magic, though.
Mm. Is that the one they did? Is that the one they did for Highlander?
That's it. Yeah, it's amazing album.
Mm.
There's got that you've got like the Kurgan theme on there. You've got Don't Lose Your Head and things like that on there. You know, you hear Magic and One Vision all the time, but the Jump theme. It didn't fit me then, let alone now.
Just wear it as a hat. Just a nice woolly hat. Just stick it on the top. Little arms poking out. Great.
I mean, not a good idea at the moment. I'll probably die if I did that. But no, I mean, I love Foo Fighters as well. I think Foo Fighters are incredible because they just seem like the nicest band ever. Yeah. Dave Grohl is the nicest man in rock. 100%.
Yeah, he's kind of he's sort of like Bill Bailey of the comedy world. Like everybody loves Bill Bailey.
Love Bill Bailey.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone loves Bill Bailey. And it's the same with Dave Grohl. Everyone loves Dave Grohl. That's why he's worked with so many different people, and he's always featuring on people's albums and stuff because he's just that lovely guy.
Yeah, I mean, you just know that he's doing it for the fun of it. Whereas obviously you get artists like Axl Rose, who's a bit of a tosser, basically. I mean, he's just doing it for the money. He's not there. I mean, he'll fight their audience and stuff. Whereas you've never heard anything bad about Dave Grohl at all.
So have you ever met any famous sort of musicians, celebrities?
No, not really. No. The closest person I know is famous, really, probably Level Up Leroy, the DJ I was talking about. I met him at a Cypher Weekender.
Oh, okay.
And I've got friendly with him on Twitch, and he taught me how to get OBS set up as well. But he's nice, like a Comic Con DJ. He DJs around the world. Lovely guy. I mean, he's DJing tonight at Norwich. There's like a drive-through theatre or something going up there tonight. He's DJing that.
Yeah, there's been a few of those kind of things, isn't there? They've been doing the drive-through cinemas again.
Yeah, I think it's the same place where Brickfest is going to be happening as well. So at the Norwich Showground, which I'm looking forward to. It's going to be an amazing day, hopefully.
So have you seen any like the bands that are sort of your big inspiration type bands? Have you ever how many have you seen live?
Well, not many because I can't afford to go to a lot of these gigs and stuff. But I've seen Joe Satriani live. He's amazing. Nice. Yeah. I went to V99 when I was younger. Saw the Manics there, the Levelers.
You look quite young, so I can't imagine you would have been that old when you went there.
42.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm 42.
Jesus Christ, you're older than me, and I look far worse and older than you.
That's all that beer I've been drinking.
You got the baby face look going on.
Well, yeah. Don't feel it.
I just look like a man who, well, to be honest, I haven't really slept all week, and it's showing at the moment.
Join the club. It's been a hell. I hate this weather. It's nuts. But yeah, it's no, I haven't. I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen many of these bands. I'd love to see them, but again, it's having the money to go to see the tickets, going to them. I love Muse. My friend went and saw Muse last. I ended up going to see the Only Fools and Horses play in London instead with my old work colleagues. It was bloody good, but I'd rather have gone and see Muse.
Yeah, I can understand that. But actually, from a DJing point of view, and someone who obviously listens and plays a lot of music and everything, we like for us, generally the people who headline the sort of heavy rock and metal festivals are still the big bands of the golden era, aren't they? So sort of your AC/DCs, Guns N' Roses, Iron Maiden, they are still the guys who are up there headlining all these big shows.
Yeah.
Who do you think, because me and some people have sort of chatted about this, who do you think will be the people who will take their place when the time comes? Because, or do you think we're kind of past that sort of huge stadium band? I mean, obviously you have got the Foo Fighters.
Yeah, they're massive.
Yes, they're doing stadiums and everything. But is there going to be anyone of that kind of ilk, of that kind of magnitude, who are going to be able to take over?
Probably Five Finger Death Punch, probably.
Are they that big?
I think they're huge, aren't they? They seem quite big. I've got a lot of good songs. Pretty Reckless, they're good as well. I don't know if they're that big though.
Yeah,
To be honest, I don't know. Muse probably, because they're like the best live band.
That's true. That's a question to put out to the audience, actually. So, lovely ladies and gentlemen out there in the audience, who do you think, who would be we would class our next superstars of rock and metal? Or do you think that anyone is really going to get, yes, but we won't get them because we get too old? Mr. James Jansen, I knew him when we were teenagers, sort of around the local band scenes, and many years have passed, and he's had children and various things. We've all got sensible jobs and all this kind of stuff, and we just don't understand young people's music anymore. We've got to that point.
Tell me about it. The amount of crap I hear at work.
Jenny, Lulu's never going to die. She's just going to keep going forever and ever.
That's an in-house joke, that one.
Is it?
Every time I asked for a request, it was Lulu. Jenny, tell Dave to get back in the shed. Don't know that.
Have you just got a sound sample that goes? Wow.
I know a song. Not every time, but I have been known to. 100%. I agree with that. It's just a load of noise. There's no, apart from like bands like I'm saying coming out, rock bands and stuff. I mean, Blind Tiger, they should be bigger than they are. Renegade 12 should be bigger than they are. There's always bands that are local, are getting better and more fans and stuff. And then you get crap like getting the charts now. It's just awful.
Are they these new upcoming bands? Are they anything new, or are they sort of just a sort of a rehashing of the sort of the bygone eras? Because there's a lot of sort of 80s revival, isn't there? Especially, I mean, Ipswich. If you ever go to Ipswich, who's never been, stop pressing buttons. I saw that.
Am I still here?
You are. I can see you. If you ever go to Ipswich, Ipswich is literally is it a city or is it just a town?
It's a town. It wants to be a city, but it's definitely a town.
But it's a town stuck in time, isn't it? The 80s is kind of would pretty much sum up the Ipswich rock and metal scene.
Yeah, I'd say so. Crackheads on the street and all that as well. Yeah, Thinking, Longbow. Yeah, I saw a couple today outside work.
Oh, we get them. We get them everywhere. It's
off the ground, you know. But yeah, I would have to say it's stuck in time. But it's a good place to be for music. I mean, when obviously before COVID, there was some fantastic bands coming here. But now you've lost the Black Horse, which we have technically lost. Although it's reopened again, it's not going to be a rock pub anymore.
Oh, really?
They want to do everything. They had a soul night the first night they opened.
How did that go?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I didn't go, obviously, but I mean, it was seating only as well. It would just be a bit weird going to see something like that in a pub where you've just seen some of the best bands ever.
Actually, that's a really good point. So, have you been to see? I think you said earlier, Jimi Hendrix supported Engelbert Humperdinck. Is that true?
I have no idea. It's a time. Yeah, Mikey is. I think it's right. It's a time warp, 100%.
Absolutely.
Let's do.
So did you say you've been out to see a band since sort of the bands have started playing again?
No, not yet. I'm going Brickfest on the 31st of July. July?
Really?
August. Sorry.
Shit, you're a bit late. You might want to get down there. You might catch the last band.
Bank on Monday. So that's the first thing I think I'm going to. There's been some bands playing sort of socially distanced gigs, ticketed in Ipswich, but don't mention a World Bridge. What? Okay. I don't understand what that means, but there you go. Yeah, there's been some sort of social distance gigs that have been ticketed, which I think have been fairly well received. But I don't know. I can't wait to see live bands coming back again. But it's just nothing like being at the front of the crowd and experiencing it.
This is the problem I think we're going to find. And if anybody out there who's had the experience of going to see these sort of ticketed gigs where you've all got to sit at tables, let us know how you find it. Is it still enjoyable? Does it not feel the same? Is it lacking? Because I found, even from the performance point of view, everybody is, fairly sedate, because obviously they can't get up. They can't they can sing along maybe, but they can't get up and dance. They can't sort of get involved in the way that people do love to do at gigs.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like going to the pub at the moment. I mean, that's quite interesting experience, because you have to sit down, you can't stand up, you can't talk to people on other tables. So, I mean, the whole point of going to a pub, it's a social thing. You go to the pub, it's social. It's not just about getting pissed and getting drunk. It's about seeing all your friends, having a chat, having a laugh, enjoying music with them, what have you. But, I mean, we went to a pub a couple of Saturdays ago, and we actually took over the beer garden with Rock family members. There was like people, t-shirts, basically everywhere. And yeah, we probably weren't as social distance as we should have been, 100%. But in the day, as time we were getting up talking to people, we were getting told to sit down again.
Yeah.
And there's only so much sitting down you can do at a bench before your arse goes to sleep.
There is that.
So, and as I say, we're social people. In the day, you want to be chatting to people. You don't want to just sort of stuck at the same table all the time.
Well, this is the other problem as well, isn't it? This is why I know there's various flare-ups around the country, and they're starting to have various problems. I think there was one of the pubs recently, they discovered that 50 people had become infected just due to that one pub. But the problem is, even with the best will in the world, you can be all sitting there behaving yourself, but as soon as alcohol starts to flow, all the inhibitions start to drop. People start leaning in, I fucking love you, and giving it all of that. And then before you know it, we have a second wave on our hands.
I mean, luckily, I think Suffolk's been quite good. We haven't got that much COVID in Suffolk, touch wood.
Oh, that's really good. Let's hope it stays that way.
Yeah, 100%. But, I mean, again, it's just something people want to do. I mean, you've been cooped up with 4 months, like myself. I mean, I was going stir crazy. I mean, not being able to do anything, not being able to see anybody. I mean, a month or 2 months, probably. It was hard. And when we could see each other, it was sitting on a park bench, 2 meters away from each other. I mean, how is that a relationship?
Sounds kind of like Forrest Gump.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm known for me, and I know it's the same for everybody, but it is harder when you're on your own, you're single.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. I mean, luckily I live with, I live with my girlfriend, but we also both live with my mum. So,
okay.
And because she's in her 70s, you could probably put her in the high risk factor. So we've had to, we haven't been able to give her a cuddle. We've always had to be, various distance between us. So it's, even in your own home, sort of people with company, people can still feel alone.
100%. Yeah. It's just weird times. I mean, it feels like you're in a dream. It really does. Sometimes.
Just a really shit one.
Yeah, 100%. You go to work and you have to walk around a certain way to get into your office, and then you have to go downstairs, walk under yourself, and come back again. You get an exercise, but that's about it really. And then you can't have aircon on because the aircon allegedly is a risk to your health as well.
Oh God, yeah, that's the thing. I haven't really thought of it like that.
Yeah, although they have now got it sorted so we can have it on, because what they do, they have the heating turned on every night, full blast, then they turn it on in the morning and we get aircon again. But it is crazy. I mean, it's probably wasting a lot of electric as well.
I think that's the least of our worries at the moment with everything that's going on.
Yeah. I digress.
No, it's fine.
No, it's a good times.
Yeah, it is a really trying time for everyone, and it's to be doing what you're doing is a really, really good thing. I think anyone who is doing anything which means people can reach out to each other, help people not to feel alone, especially say like yourself and a lot of people who use pubs and everything for the social element. Because it is that place where people come together and, you know, break the mundanity sometimes of you know, maybe a life that just is a very solitary one.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. And like I say, having sort of people telling me that I've helped them out, and you know, if it won't, well, not saved them, I won't go that far, but saying that I've, you know, gave them something to do over lockdown, they don't realise how much it meant to me. Because if I hadn't done it, if I hadn't had people watching me, I'd just be an idiot streaming to no one. You know what I mean? Just myself and a few tiny boys.
Oh, speaking of which, yeah, I've heard legends of these. So, are you going to introduce us?
Okay, yeah. Right. Well, first one.
So these have all made appearances on your live stream, I presume.
I better get his hat as well. This is Mr. Bump, who's dressed as Slash.
Of course.
Right. You know, why not? That's
Yeah.
Mr. Bump with his hat. Oh, it's backwards.
I was going to say.
Mr. Bump. Well, the thing about Mr. Bump is I'm accent prone. I fall over a lot. So I got bought that last year for my birthday by a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I just... Oh, God, I'm tangled up now. Whoops. Bear with me. And basically, I just stuck him on my decks one night and he got his own life. And Mikey has taken him around the country.
Really?
In his truck. Yeah, he's been to Wales on a road trip. He's got a Mrs. Bump who's in Twitch, who's his wife apparently. I don't know. I think she's married anyway, somebody else. But
so having an affair, right? Kind of example to set for the children of today.
Very sordid, yeah. He's crashed cars in swimming pools, which I've put on Rock Family. You've seen the photo I sent the other night. His drug overdose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Don't do drugs, kids. Otherwise, that's what you end up looking like, blue and weird.
Yeah, 100%. So that's Bump. We've got Stage Dive Dan, the flamboyant potato, who also features quite a lot.
That's a pineapple.
No, it's a flamboyant potato.
Is it? Is it really?
Yeah, it's a comedian I follow called John Robinson, he talks about flamboyant potatoes, and that's what he is.
Ah, fair enough.
Then you've got Rocky Dio, who's named by Rock Family, because I had a meerkat and wanted a rock meerkat, which is him.
Aww.
Rock Family named it Rocky Dio, Rock and then Dio. So yeah, that's
sort of reminds me of Rob Halford for some reason.
Rob Halford, who's that?
Judas Priest.
Oh God, sorry, yeah, got you. Well, he does.
Who's that?
Sorry, I'm not with it at all.
It's all right. I know how you feel.
With a leather jacket, I guess, maybe, yeah. But so they sit on the decks and have their own adventures occasionally, and it's just stupidity, just a bit of fun in it at the end of the day. So, but they can't take their own some.
Are you looking to sort of expand what you do? Are you looking to make it grow, or do you think you're just going to keep it? Obviously, when you start going back out to gigs again and things like that, are you just going to keep it on a nice, even keel?
I'd like Rock Family to be somewhere people can share what bands are going, what gigs are going on. I want it to be a community in the day, which is what it is now.
Yeah.
So I want that part of it staying. To be honest, I'd love to be able to DJ in Ipswich and stuff. Because I've got a gig coming up on the 29th of August at a local pool hall, believe it or not. Do you know something called Darren Smith?
I know Darren.
Yeah.
The most metally metal of metal men there is.
That's him. Yeah, him. Yeah, he's organising a night with 3 different DJs, and I'm on there as well for some bizarre reason. I don't know why.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, I'm doing that on the 29th of August. But I want to be able to get portable. That's my thing. Because, I have to lug around a pace table right now, an amplifier, huge speakers. I want to be able to get a bit more portable. So I got called to do a pub or anything. I could just take everything in the pub, and I'm sorted.
You need a lock-up and a trailer. That's what you need.
No, I'm thinking more smaller. I'm going to go smaller than anything else, because you can get like little mini speakers and things you put in a bar, things like that. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, okay.
just be like a bar DJ, because at the moment they can't have live bands, can they? So maybe we're gonna have a DJ in there.
Just get one of the old boom boxes, you know, the old 80s one, and just literally swap tapes as you're going, and just play that one, play that one. That'll do.
Or give them big JVC ones with the dancers use.
Yeah. Go
yeah,
proper full retro. That's what we need to see.
I'll just take portable record decks with me. That'd be quite interesting.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'd like to be able to do something with it. I mean, you know, I've done a fair bit. I mean, like I say, I've got a radio show that I do for Brickmakers as well. Charlie, who runs Brickmakers. Well, basically, we raised £1,000 NHS for his t-shirts.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah, a company's called Impress Ipswich, who donate the t-shirts to us. So all the money went to the NHS. And we raised another 160 quid with another load of t-shirts, and that went to the Brickmakers GoFundMe page in Norwich, because obviously they're all shut down and stuff, and they started a GoFundMe page. And I got a friend with Charlie, and one day she just messaged me asking me, I've got a proposition for you. Got lots of bands and stuff doing their own radio shows on Brickmakers. We'd like to do the the rock show for us. And I said, yeah, okay, I'll be up for that, as long as I can make it like a rock family thing. So it's now the Rock Family Friday Rock Show, and that's on for 9 to 11 every Friday. On their radio station on Brickmakers. You can look it up quite easily. But I always put links onto our Rock Family Facebook group anyway for anything we're doing, like I've done tonight.
Well, we do have a link that I've put at the moment. It's because with Facebook, you can, once you reach a certain amount of followers, can't you actually get a custom URL for it?
I haven't got that far, unfortunately. Not a video. I mean, I've got people on Facebook itself.
Yeah.
But I don't know about the video side of it, because I never got that into it, because obviously I was getting cut off all the time. So I went to Twitch.
No, I mean, you know your Rock Family actual group, your page?
Oh, what do you mean? I think there is a URL for it, actually.
Yeah, because at the moment it's the one that you sent me is like Facebook groups and then lots of numbers. So I think if you haven't already, if you inquire, once you reach, I think I could be completely wrong here. Once you reach a certain amount of followers or likes, you can then actually change it to say like Rock Family, the actual URL for it.
Oh, okay. So I did not know that.
Might be worth. I think that's what I did with mine.
Okay. How many followers do you have in yours?
I can't remember, but probably not as many as you guys have got. So I reckon you should be able to do it. So look it up. Okay. So it'll make it much easier for everyone to find you.
Yeah, I've had people saying that before. I mean, you can sort of share like the thing and it just clicks in. So I've done that before a few times. But yeah, I know what you mean. It's a bit of a load of numbers basically at the moment. But again, I've never done something like this before, so I don't know what I'm doing anyway.
No, but it's amazing, isn't it? With lockdown, where people have had to sort of improvise and come up with new ways of doing things. It's amazing how much you can learn when you've got the time to do it. Yeah,
well, I've started using OBS. I use OBS Streamlabs now. I was using OBS, but I've started introducing videos into when I stream. So I've got my own intro, which I showed you the other week.
Yeah.
And obviously I then can put like music videos up as well, and lots of different effects I can do, so it's just good fun, and I think it keeps people entertained as well, well as obviously the lasers, the smoke machine, and everything else I've got going. I'm trying to make it more professional for people. You
are what inspired me when I saw your little setup. That's what made me think, you know what I need to get some lights in this room. So
flashing.
Yeah, so I now have, hang on, I'll see if I can switch them on.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So
I like that.
I've got some various flashing ones. We've got ones over there in the drum booth. Over there, we've got all various lights and bits, that and the other. So it does look a little bit better when that light's on and everything's set up. But
so is that when you do your music stuff?
Yeah, that's when we do our proper streams and things. So so that's all down to you. So thank you for the inspiration for that.
No problem. Amazon?
Some of these I had lying around. Some of them were donated. Luckily, I get some donations from people who watch the stream, so I was able to buy some of the lights and bits and bobs with that.
Ah, cool. Yeah.
Which is really good.
I just most of mine came from Amazon, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's just quick and easy. So, and I mean, it's nothing professional I'm doing, so they work really well, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be. I mean, I think these two lights I've got cost me something like 16 quid each.
Yeah.
And they're all remote controlled. They've got loads of different functions. They're perfect for a room this size.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
yeah.
and that one's really loud. I'm gonna turn
I could hear it.
that on.
No, it's good. I mean, end of the day, it improves stuff. I think having a bit of effects in there, and it makes you look a bit more professional. I mean, I was just imagine me just sort of DJing in a room like this right now. It'd be a bit weird.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I found playing in here. It lacked that ambience that you need.
Yeah.
Have you got a
100%.
smoke machine?
Yes.
Yeah, good man. That's something I want to get as well.
Yeah. I had to buy another one because the first one broke. It got flattened by someone who's in the chat right now.
Oh, who's that?
Stephen Debenham. He managed to fall on my smoke machine. I didn't break it. I think he did because it was working. For I went because we did a bit of a house party and I DJed a house party there as well. And the person who says he never gets drunk managed to fall over 3 times, fell off a chair, fell on his face, and fell in a bush right next to the decks. And I think he might have had to buy a new one of those. But yeah, otherwise, it's going
Thanks,
quite
Steve.
well. No, I don't think it did, but it just didn't work when I got home. So it's just a coincidence he managed to fall near it.
Yeah, something I want to get for this room. Just add that kind of sort of stage show on a budget.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're bloody good things though, especially with laser. The lights really work well with it as well.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Set my fire alarm off the other day though with it.
Yeah, there is that. You have to be a bit careful.
Yeah, a little bit. Otherwise, it's not too bad. But,
Right.
Yeah, and it's cheap as well. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I think that might be a. Oh, you've tempted me now. I might have to go and have a look.
Amazon,
Yeah, Amazon for everything.
eBay. You know, they're quite cheap on there. I think mine cost me about 20 odd.
That's not bad.
So yeah, they're not bad at all really, and it's remote control as well.
Perfect. So,
Yeah.
where I know you've mentioned it already, but would you like to let everyone know where they can find you, the times you stream, what you've got coming up, just to refresh everyone's memory?
Okay. So on a Friday, I do the Brickmakers radio show, which I'll put links up on Rock Family every time. But it's basically, if you go to Brickmakers in Norwich, there'll be links on there as well for the radio show we do. That's 9 to 11 every Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Then on this Saturday, I'll be, hopefully, if I can get a signal there, streaming a live band called Trailer Trash at my mate's party, which I'm really looking forward to. Then next Sunday we'll be back for a normal rock night or rock day, whatever it is. Usually rock night, and that will be whatever goes. People request a song. Somebody will request coming in now, and I'll play whatever they want. Then on what date's after that? That would be the. Trying to work out the dates now.
I barely know what day it is tomorrow at the moment.
Week after that, it will be Friday again, the radio show. Then the Saturday, I'll be DJing at the Pool Club in Ipswich on Duke Street. No idea what time that'll be, but I'll be there.
Oh, I remember that place.
And then the Sunday, I'll be doing the stream again, and then Brickmakers on the Monday. But yeah, it's just look us up on Facebook, Rock Family. Just you find straight away. Just put in capitals. You'll see 704 members. You'll see our logo on there. Just join us.
Excellent.
Part of Rock Family. Yeah, we'll welcome you and with open arms.
Excellent. All right, dude. Well, thank you very much for joining me. It's been lovely chatting to you. And
Appreciate it.
Yeah, look forward to seeing you when we do all get out and about again.
100%. I'll definitely buy a drink.
Yeah. It'll be something along these lines. I don't do the alcoholic variety.
Oh, cheap night, Anna. That's fine.
I'm a cheap date. Don't worry about that.
It used to be me as well. I used to be on Pepsi Max and Diet Coke, and now it's beer.
Oh well.
Ish.
All right, mate. Well, you take care. Thank you for everyone for tuning in. So for those of you who haven't done, go check out Rock Family. Check out our boy here, and also hope to see you all out on the road, so to speak, when the situation allows. So,
100%.
Excellent. All right, dude. Thank you very much, and we'll catch you later.
Good night.
See you later.
Bye.